Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial we are going to be making this Halloween scene tumbler. It looks like it is a lot of work, but it's actually pretty simple. We're going to start with a 32-ounce plump from the Steel Magnolia. I have 3 paint colors. We're doing black, purple, and then orange. So to ombre these 3 colors, I'm going to take black, go over the bottom first, then go in with our orange, and then we're going to take our purple right in the center of those 2. Make sure that you are dusting the paint on your cup and you're not holding it really close. If you hold it really close, you're going to get lines, streaks, uneven paint, and you will have to wait in between coats if you want to build up a better ombre. So it's best to hold your paint can a couple feet away from your project. That way you can just build that coverage up as you go, which results in a much better ombre. I feel like Krylon paints do take a little bit longer to dry, so I gave that a couple of hours, and then I put on about 1.5 milliliters to 2 milliliters of fast set epoxy. We're using slightly more than what I typically would for the epoxy method, simply because we are ombreing multiple colors and they are chunkier glitter mixes. Just spread that on super thin, and then to make sure that we don't have any streaking, I go around and dab the entire cup with my gloved hand. The first glitter that we are using is Remington from PDB Creative Studio. This is my all-time favorite glitter. It's the best ever. I'm just kidding. I mixed it, so I have to be biased. So this is just a really pretty charcoal mix, and since we have lighter decals and they're not super dark or black, I thought this would be better than using a black glitter on the bottom. I went heavy around the bottom rim, made sure I had really good coverage on that bottom, and then held my cup at a sharp angle and just sprinkled the glitter on, allowing it to fall midways into our purple section. Once I finished that, I tapped off the excess, grabbed a new sheet of paper, and then we are using Super Spy from PDB Creative Studio. I am going to, again, start in the middle, sort of where our Remington fell into, and sprinkle that, holding the cup at an angle down into the bottom glitter. Tilt the cup the opposite way and sprinkle that up into what is going to be our orange section. Just remember to go light on your glitter, especially if you have not done a lot of ombres before. Go light, and then you can go back and forth with your colors and build that coverage up, and you have a nice ombre. The next color that we are using is Brazilian Bronze from COLORFLEX. Now, if you shopped COLORFLEX glitters before, then you know that they do offer multiple sizes in each color glitter, or at least for the majority of them. This one is available in small cut, medium, and chunky mix, which is what we are using here. I'm not a fan of super fine cuts, so I really like that I have the option of getting the larger cuts and the colors that I love and enjoy working with. So we did the exact same thing with this glitter. We started in the center of where we want our section to be, let it fall down into the purple, and then let it fall up towards the rim of the cup, which we are going to use our last glitter on. This last one is going to be Marigold from PDB Creative Studio. This is such an underrated glitter. It has beautiful, beautiful, like rich fall tones to it. It has some orange in there as well, so it ombreed beautifully with our Brazilian Bronze. I'm going to tap off my excess and then grab a sheet of printer paper and roll this up. You can also use parchment paper to flatten this glitter out so it reduces the amount of epoxy that we have to use in our first coat or our first 2 coats. After our first coat of epoxy, I sanded it down really well, and then went in with a thin coat of epoxy on top of that, And we're going to add some black mica from PDB Creative Studio into a little bit of epoxy and add on some like smoky, eerie clouds. This mica is called Black Pearl, and we are taking, it was less than 5 milliliters of epoxy, mixing a tiny bit of this in there, and then just do some random streaks on the cup. I'm going to blend them out a little bit with my glove and then pop that on my turner. Once I go over with, you can use either a heat gun to spread them out, or whenever you torch your epoxy, then they will spread out as well as it cures. Now, if you thought I was going to torture you with more print and cut, you were incredibly wrong. This is another amazing white decal sheet from Gracefully Created. I worked with Gracefully Created on putting this whole sheet together, and I place these in which you can cut out an entire scene and place it on your cup and not have to add anything else. So I wanted to show you that it also fits on this 16-ounce pump, which is the 12-ounce slim coolsy, the 16-ounce hydro fit, or the 16-ounce plump. The Steel Magnolia cups are so versatile. I have to remember that one cup can have many different lids to change it around. So anyway, you can use it on any of the 16 or 12-ounce slims, all the way up to the 32-ounce. And I didn't have a traditional 32 on hand, but I'm almost positive that it will fit on the top portion of the traditional one as well. So I'm just applying this decal with the hinge method. Cut a tiny bit of that paper backing off, line it up on your tumbler, and then press down that exposed sticky part of your sticker. And then as you were pressing that down, remove the backing off and you will get a nice, smooth, most of the time bubble-free application. Now there are tons of elements to fill in any of that negative space, but the decals or images are duplicated on this, so you have enough to make at least a minimum of 2 tumblers from this one sheet. Now, since we are adding on multiple of these decals, what's important to remember is, for one, put it on a glossy surface. These decals are white on the back of the image itself, however, they do have a clear outline. That clear outline will disappear completely. You won't even know it's there once you add on epoxy. However, you want to make sure that you are putting this on a fresh epoxied surface and avoid layering the clear portions of your decals. So the reason that you have to do that is because once you put it on that glossy surface, you put your clear decal down, and then you put your coat of epoxy over top. It seals in those clear edges and makes it one with the tumbler. If you layer the decals, then the epoxy cannot reach that second layer if they are on top of each other. So you will be able to see where your clear decals overlap. As of August 26th of 2022, these decals have not yet been released on the Gracefully Created website. So hop on over to Brittany Barnes Boutique on Facebook, or of course, or you can join the Gracefully Created LLC Facebook group as well and be up to date on all of the new releases and when they do hit the website. I know some of you may not have Facebook, so I will do my best to remember to also post on YouTube when anything is released in the future. Now, I did end up repositioning a couple of these, and the good thing is they are removable vinyl. That does not mean that they're going to lift whenever you epoxy. These are stuck to your tumbler and will not lift whenever you epoxy or apply heat to pop any of those bubbles in your epoxy. But you can remove and reposition them. Do it carefully so you're not stretching your decal, and as you can see, I'm using some of the glossy backing to help lift up those decals once I get a corner piece up, so that I can avoid putting any fingerprints on the clear portion of my decals. Once we have all of our decals on, I'm going to take some more of that black pearl mica powder and blend our house into the bottom of our tumbler. I'm going to use a really thin coat of epoxy because when I use micas on my tumblers, I like to do a very thin base coat so that my micas don't move so much after I apply them. So I probably used 15 to 18 milliliters of epoxy on this 32-ounce tumbler, mixed in some micas in the remaining amount, and then we're just going to add them to the bottom. After you finish adding the micas, run over with a torch to pop any of those micro bubbles, and don't apply so much heat to your mica section so that your micas don't start moving around from where you place them. After that, I gave this a final coat of epoxy, and this one was complete. I'm not a huge Halloween fan. I enjoy taking my daughter trick-or-treating and seeing her excitement, but I don't put a single decoration out for Halloween. So doing Halloween tumbler designs is definitely out of my element, but as creators, we do have to go out of our comfort zone, think outside of that box so that we can offer something in our shop for everyone. I hope that y'all have enjoyed this tutorial. As always, all of the materials that I have used will be listed down in the description below, as well as some coupon codes. Hop on over to Brittany Barnes Boutique Facebook group. I will be updating down below and letting you know in my group when these decals are released. That is all for today. Thank you all so much, and we will see you next time.